Tell me, Levi, what is it that you see?
I just need a moment to
Take your time.
integrate.
Take your time.
It seems like I'm on a beach.
You're on a beach?
Yes,
Okay. What else do you notice?
it's very windy and kind of dark, very cloudy.
Okay, how are you dressed there?
Seems like I'm wearing a yellow raincoat.
What brought you here?
Not very sure, but I'm crying. There's nobody here. It's quite deserted.
You said that you're crying there. Why are you crying?
It seems like I'm in shock, but I can't remember anything in this moment.
Okay. You said it seems like you are. Can you repeat that, please?
In shock.
Okay. You feel like you're in shock, but you don't know why you're in shock.
Yes, it feels like something happened, like a tragedy or an accident,
Okay.
but I'm I lost the memories, so I'm a bit confused. What happened? Not sure.
Okay. Let's try to explore that. So as you're standing there on this beach and you can feel the wind and you notice that it's cloudy, you're wearing this yellow raincoat and you're all alone and you're feeling deserted. And you're feeling very emotional, you're crying. So I'd like you to go to that crying, go to that moment of sadness that you're feeling, that shock that you're feeling. And I'd like for you to take that emotion and I'd like you to make it bigger. Make that feeling of sadness and those tears bigger. Very good. Bigger. What do you notice about that sadness? What do you notice about those tears? What's making you feel so sad?
Hmm, I think there was an accident. There was a car accident.
Okay, a car accident. Did you observe this car accident or were you in this car accident?
Yeah, I was in the car and I hit my head, so that's why I can't remember.
Okay. So I'd like for you to go ahead and go back to that car accident just prior to when it actually happened. I'll count from 3 to 1, just prior to the time that it happened. 3, 2, and 1. What's happening at that time?
Hmm. I'm in the car with my husband and two children.
Okay. Where are you going? You're with your husband and you're with your children and you're
I think
traveling.
I think we are on holiday at the beach and we went out to a restaurant and maybe we are going back to the hotel.
Very good. So I'd like you to look down at your body there and what you're wearing. Are you female?
Yes.
Okay. So how many children do you have there?
Two, one girl and a boy.
Okay. So as you're traveling through that with that car, are you happy at that time? Does it seem like you and their family are happy?
Yes, we are just a bit tired, but we are happy.
Okay, very good. Okay, so you're about to come up to that accident. So I'd like you to continue to travel in that car just at the point where the vehicle actually impacts something. Let me know when that happens.
Yeah, it hit another car.
Okay, so your father's driving and he hit another car.
No, it's my husband.
Oh, it's your husband. I'm sorry. Your husband hit the car. Was it an oncoming car?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead. Tell me more.
I get the sense maybe he drank a little bit. He drank some wine and he was not very alert. He was tired.
Okay. Okay. And as your car impacts the other car, what happens then?
Our car goes off the road and it's kind of like a mountain side a little bit, so it goes downhill and hits a tree and it catches fire. When it starts to burn,
So as the car hits the tree and catches fire, what happens next? Do you stay in the car? Or are you able to get out of the car?
it seems like we lose consciousness.
Okay.
We
All four of you lose consciousness?
Yeah, it seems so. Yes.
Okay. Tell me what happens after you lose consciousness.
I wake up and the car is on fire. But I'm very disoriented. I don't know where I am. I don't know who I'm with. I don't know anything. It's just I'm trying to get out of the car, but mm, I can make it out. I can get out of the car.
You're able to make it out?
Yes, but then the car blows up. And I think everybody's in there still.
Mhm. So as you're standing there, and then you see the car blow up, and you know that your family is still in there, what is your physical reaction to that moment?
It's like I'm paralyzed.
Okay. How are you feeling emotionally there, knowing that your family was just blown up in this car?
I'm in complete shock. I'm not even sure what's happening. It's like I know, but at the same time, I don't know anything.
Okay. So as you're standing there, paralyzed, in complete shock, how is that affecting you mentally?
I'm very confused. I don't know who I am. I don't know what's happening.
Okay, so tell me what happens next.
I start to scream and run around like crazy. I begin circles. I don't know what's happening. It's like I'm not in control of myself.
Okay. Okay, so now that you're running around in circles, feeling out of control, what is it that happens next?
I try to go back towards the car,
Okay.
but I see them burning inside.
So what do you do next then?
Just wander around. It's like I don't know where I am, what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get to the water. Maybe my clothes are. They are not on fire, but a little bit. I don't know, like smoking or like maybe it's a little bit on fire, but not much.
You said that your throat feels as if it's burning there?
No, it's like my clothes
Oh,
are
your clothes, okay.
a little bit.
A little bit singed?
Yes, and it's like I inhaled too much smoke. So,
You
and
you you did inhale smoke?
yes, I inhaled too much smoke.
Okay. How are your lungs feeling right now?
It's like they are full of black stuff, black, I don't know, burnt stuff.
Okay. How are your lungs feeling with all that black smoke in there?
It kind of feels like my lungs are burnt. Maybe my lungs are somehow
Okay.
burned.
Okay. So I'd like you to move a little forward in that scene to where you're able to get away from that car. And tell me what happens next.
I'm just back where we started on the beach and just there alone.
Okay.
I think I'm trying to get into the water.
All right. Very good. So do you actually get into the water?
Yes, I think I'm trying to kill myself.
Okay. At that moment, when you feel like you want to kill yourself, how is that making you feel physically?
It's like I'm sick. I'm sick of being on Earth.
Okay. When you're sick and tired of being on Earth, how does that make you feel emotionally?
Burnt out.
Burned out. And when you're feeling burnt out there, how does that make you feel mentally?
It feels like I can't go on.
So let's move a little bit forward in that moment. What is it that you decide to do? You're standing there, you're contemplating suicide. What happens next?
I lose consciousness.
Okay. And when you lose consciousness, what happens next?
Just lying there on the beach. It's like I'm barely alive.
So as you're lying there on the beach, unconscious and barely alive, what happens next?
It's like I can't move forward in time. I don't know. I don't know what happens
Okay,
next.
that's fine. So if you knew, what happens next? Do you die there? Does your spirit leave your body?
Yes, yes. It seems like it leaves the body, but I'm not sure if I'm dead.
Okay,
It's like I'm
all right.
contemplating if I should go on or not.
Okay, very good. So now that your spirit is separated from your body, go ahead and look down at your body and tell me what you see.
Hmm, I'm very injured and I might be dead actually.
Okay. So as you're standing there and you're looking at that body, and even though you are confused, you still know that your family was in this car accident. They did not survive, but you did survive. Go ahead and tell me, how is all of that making you feel as a spirit? What are you feeling at that moment?
It's like my body is almost dead, but not quite. And
Okay.
but my spirit is,
But your spirit is separate.
yeah, it's like I'm blown out of my body
Mm-hmm.
by the
Okay.
explosion.
All right. So I would like for you to move forward just a little and tell me, does your spirit reconnect with that body, or does that spirit choose to go to the light?
I'm just kind of stuck for a really long time.
Okay.
Like my body is dying, but I can't leave and I can't go back.
Okay.
I'm just stuck in between.
All right. So let's move forward to the point where you make a decision to either re-enter your body or to go to the light. Let's move forward to that moment. 1, 2, and 3. What happens?
I decide to go back and try to enter the body I'm trying to enter, but it seems like I can't go back.
So your spirit tries to enter the body, but you're not able to?
Yes.
Okay. Why is it that you're not able to enter the body? Does somebody give you a message, or do you just have a knowing that this is your time to go?
I waited a bit too long. I could have gone back, but I was in agony. I was like, I couldn't decide if I want to go back or not. And since my spirit was out for too long, my body started to die.
Okay. Very good. So now that you know you cannot re-enter your body, what happens next?
Actually, I saw another timeline. There was a timeline when they rescued me. Somebody found me and took me to a hospital, and I could have chosen that other timeline.
Okay. So this was only one possibility of an exit point for you.
Yes, it was not meant to, I was not meant to die there. I think I was meant to um, maybe to learn from this accident and to stand up from it. But I I wasn't sure if I can do it or not.
What was it that you think you should have learned from that accident and that death?
To lose everything and then start again and keep going and mm, build myself up from scratch.
Okay. So in the timeline that you are currently in, does your spirit go to the light? Or do you transfer to the other timeline?
I'm still connected to the body with a string,
Okay.
and I think
Oh,
maybe I just stay on Earth for a while to wander around as a spirit,
okay.
kind of just lost.
So I want you to take a look at the decision that you've made. You've recognized that in another timeline, you actually could have re-entered the body and lived out that lesson of losing everything, but learning how to rebuild your life. But it looks like you did not choose that exit point. Looks like you have chosen to die. But you said that your spirit is sort of wandering around confused. Why do you think that is? Why do you think you just don't go to the light?
Mm,
Yes.
Somehow I'm still attached to the body with that string.
Okay.
So it's like holding me back. I
All right.
can't leave.
Very good. So I would like for you to go back to where that body lies. And you are attached by a string. And that string goes from your chest to the body's chest. I would like for you to look at that body. And I would like for you to ask that body to release that string. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and ask that body to release that string?
Done.
Okay, very good. So now you are free as a spirit. And now you can go to the light. Does your spirit feel like it's ready to go to the light?
Yes.
Very good. So let's ask Archangel Michael to come down and to assist you in traveling toward the light. Allow him to take you by the hand and to guide you toward this light. Is there anybody there to greet you?
I think it's my mom.
Okay. What does your mom say to you?
And my brother.
Okay, your mom and your brother. Do they have a message for you? A greeting?
She says it's okay, baby. It's gonna be okay. You're okay.
So I would like for you to look at your mother's eyes there, as eyes are the windows to the soul. Can you tell me if you recognize that mother in this lifetime as Levi?
I think it's the same. I mean, it's my mom.
Okay, very good. You think it's your mother, Levi's mother.
Yes, I don't see eyes, I just see light, but
Very good.
might be my mom.
Okay. So when you're greeted by your mom and by your brother, what happens next?
I think they are taking me to some place to rest, to recover.
Very good. What does this place of recovery look like? Describe what you see.
I can only see light. Everything is just light, and everybody is just light. So,
Okay, very good. So before you continue on in that place of recovery, I would like you to take this opportunity to look back on that lifetime that you just left as a wife and as a mother. And tell me, first of all, what was the most difficult aspect of that life?
to see my family burning.
So when you experienced having to see your family burning in that car, how does that affect your life today as Levi?
It's like I was disconnected for a long time. But actually, I'm not anymore. But I was in that state, like that shock that I was disconnected from the world
Okay.
and almost like in between two worlds, like a ghost. I felt like a ghost for a long time.
And so you existing in this lifetime as Levi, feeling like you were sort of between two worlds, sort of existing as a ghost. What does that make you do in this lifetime?
It's a little bit like I'm not part of the world, like I'm in a different dimension.
So when you're feeling like you're not a part of this world and you're in another dimension, what does this prevent you from doing in this lifetime?
To make connections.
Can't make connections. Okay. Very good. Let's go back now to your spirit.
Yeah, it just feels like when I was on that beach, just hovering, of my body.
Mm-hmm.
Like my I continue to do that in this life, so I just kind of my spirit got out of this body and I was just hovering around, and I think it's connected to my intention that I'm scattered. I
Mm-hmm.
felt like I'm scattered all around and not in one place.
Very good. You feel like the fact that your soul and your spirit was floating around that beach for a long time, that this has contributed to your feeling of being scattered in this lifetime. And that could be why your energy is fragmented all over the place.
Yes, it's like my energy is all around in the apartment, but it's not in my body fully.
Okay. So your spirit has been feeling a great deal of soul fragmentation as a result of your choice to hover and not go to the light. So the first thing that I'd like you to do is any of your soul's facets, any of your soul's aspect that is not connected, I would like for you to ask all of those parts of your soul to come together now. And on the count of three, however you need to make it happen, go ahead and ask for your soul to come together so that it is as one. 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead.
I ask my soul to come back to me, to come together as one, to to be in the body.
Okay. Let me know when it looks like that soul is now in complete union. No fragments of any soul anywhere. The soul is one. Let me know when that happens.
I'm just trying to
Sure. Take your time.
um, get the energy back into the body, but it almost feels like the body is too small. It's very
Okay.
tight.
Okay. So go ahead. Ask your guides to help you understand. Why does your body feel too small to house your spirit? Ask them to explain to you why that's happening.
Because I'm not from Earth. My soul is not. Mm, it was not
Okay.
made for Earth, so mm,
So, what was your body made for?
it's like I'm bigger in higher dimensions. I'm used to being bigger, and here it's very limited. It's small, the body.
Okay.
So
So, the soul has the capacity, the soul and the spirit always has the capacity, once the individual has made an agreement with its soul and spirit before it comes to life on this earth, it has an agreement that the body will house that soul and that spirit. And that body will have the ability to house that spirit in size, in energy, in strength, etc. So, why do you think that wasn't able to happen in this lifetime? You mentioned you think it's because your body is not from Earth, it's from another planet or another dimension.
it's kind of the same story. Like I want to be here, but at the the same time, I don't want to be here. I'm
Okay.
like I was a bit stuck halfway. Like, I know I have to be here because I volunteered to be here, but I just can't be here. Like, my soul just wants to get out.
Okay.
So,
Very good. So, Levi, let's go ahead and I want you to go back to the time where your soul was speaking to council or other entities, other spirits around you and your guides. And I want you to take a look at what that agreement entailed. What agreement did you make before you came to this earth? What was your purpose supposed to be?
mm, they are not really saying exactly. Like, I'm not really
But this
because
your
it's
your
because
soul.
it's
Go ahead.
because it's in the future. So, but the point is to mm,
So at that moment that you are there with your guides, your angels, you are conferring with them to decide what your future on this earth will look like. And you decide whether to agree to that future or to disagree. At
no,
some, go ahead.
I came for a specific mission, which is mostly starting now, like in these times. So um, it was kind of meant to be that my energy was not in the body fully because it would have been too much and almost kind of impossible. The vibration was too low, so I could not fully be here. It would have been like it would have blown up things around me or something. Like, it's too intense. So we had to find a story to. I mean, these traumas, quote unquote, helped me to fragment my energy enough to get it out of my body, enough to stay here, but also, I mean, this in between state was actually planned. It's not a it's not a bad thing that happened. It was kind of like a loophole that they could put me in um, halfway.
I see.
And now the frequency is going to rise rapidly soon. So
Your soul's frequency or the frequency of the earth?
the frequency of Earth. So I will be able to bring more of my energy here more and more. But yeah, today I think we can put my energy back together because it's kind of the turning point.
So,
And
if you were meant to experience this fragmentation in order to learn some sort of lesson, you know that that has happened, that in fact you have experienced this fragmentation with the soul and with the spirit. But earlier you agreed that it was time to pull it all together so that that spirit and that soul could be one energy. Because it doesn't seem that scattered energy is serving you well on this earth. It has caused you a lack of communication and a lack of relationships in this particular lifetime. Why don't you tell me the reason for your fragmentation and the reason for your lack of connection?
Earth was not prepared
Okay,
for my energy, so this was the only way possible, but it was not for me to learn anything. It was for me to, it's more like a job or a mission. It was this point of ascension that is escalating now, so I will be able to bring in frequencies to help assist Earth,
I see.
and especially Gaia herself. So I'm here to serve Gaia, to bring her the codes she needs to ascend.
Okay, very good. So you feel now that your soul and the energy is now ready to become one? Is that necessary in order for you to serve Gaia?
Yes, I think we can do it, but
Okay,
it's just it's just a starting point. So
okay.
it's actually not my full energy, but um,
So if your energy is now divided, where are the other parts of your energy? Where do they exist?
it's in higher dimensions.
Okay,
It will be able to come in as the frequency is rising here. It will be able to gradually come in more,
okay.
but
So how would you like to pull your energy together? How would you like to pull your soul and your spirit together so that it can better serve you now that you have the responsibility of serving Gaia?
it's pretty much in my body now. It reassembled, but I have to do something with my third eye.
Okay, what is it that you need to do with your third eye?
I need to focus for a few moments
Okay,
to find out.
okay. Let's go ahead and go to that third eye now and tell me what it is that you see and feel there. What's happening?
I feel the energy of a blue crystal.
Okay,
I need to activate that crystal.
okay. Let's go ahead and do that now. I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and on the count of 3, that blue energy will be activated. 1, 2, and 3. Tell me when it's complete.
I think it's complete.
Very good. So now that your third eye is complete, how can that help you better as Levi?
I will be able to connect with the higher dimensions more easily, and I can receive information more easily. It was disabled on purpose.
Okay. And better able to raise the vibration here on Earth?
Yes, I will be able to do my mission
Okay.
more effectively.
So, as we activated that third eye, did that assist your soul in coming together so it's no longer fragmented?
Mm, in a sense, yes.
Okay.
It's more about I have to jump to a higher version, so I have to.
So you have to jump to a higher version in another dimension or within this dimension?
No, I mean higher version of me. I have
Okay.
to.
Okay.
It's like an upgrade, kind of.
All right. So let's allow that upgrade to take place here and now. I'm going to count to 3 and let's begin. 1, 2, and 3. Activating.
They are saying it's done, but I'm not really going to feel anything at this moment.
Okay. But they're telling you that it's done so you can know that it's complete.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So, along with that higher version of yourself, is your soul no longer fragmented? Do you feel a unity now within that soul?
Yes. It's
Very
the
good.
way. It's the way it's supposed to be
Very
for the
good.
moment.
Okay, very good. Okay, so let's go back to the moment where you are with your brother and you are with your mother and you are in the process of going to the light. As you look back on that lifetime, realize that that lifetime no longer needs to exist for you because you have learned what the purpose was of that lifetime and you were able to live that out. You were able to live as a fragmented soul so that you could continue to aspire and continue to grow toward a higher version of yourself today. So now that we know that that is all complete, I would like you to finish going to the light and tell me when you are there.
I'm there.
Very good. All right. Let's go ahead and close that scene. Okay, going back to another memory that you have, another sort of memory that you need to go to in order to help your soul to heal. When I count from 3 down to 1, you will be there. 3, 2, and 1. Tell me what's happening.
Mm, I see some kind of wheat field.
Okay. What else do you notice?
I'm just going through this field of wheat and extending my arms and feeling the wheat under my hand.
Okay.
It feels very free, like freeing.
How old are you there?
Maybe 20 something.
Are you male or female?
male.
Okay. So, what has brought you to this wheat field?
Mm, just this sense of freedom.
Okay. So, how is it that this wheat field is giving you a sense of freedom?
It's like an open energy field. Like I'm in the center of an energy field. Some kind of special energy field.
Is that wheat field here on this earth?
Perhaps it's not.
Okay. I'd like you to explore that wheat field a little bit more so that you can get a sense of what planet you are on.
It looks pretty much like wheat field on Earth, but it's just more like everything is glowing a little bit more filled with light.
There's
So
more light there.
it's like the planets are filled with light.
Okay. Very good. Okay. So if you knew, where do you think you are? Yes, what's happening?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure where I am, but
Okay.
I think there's some kind of significance here. So they want me to experience the freedom and they want me to experience this energy field so that I can move forward easier. I need more energy and this field is recharging me.
Okay. So were you actually placed there or did you travel there for this specific purpose? Or do you live there?
No, it's like I'm here, I'm there real time. I mean it's for they want me to it's not very clear to me, but the point is they want me to take this energy into my current life from here.
Okay. So how do you take that energy? How do you take it and allow it to be a part of you in this lifetime? How does that happen?
I have to go to the center of the field. It's
Okay.
more powerful there.
All right. So let's go ahead and move toward the center of that field until you're there.
I think it might be. Yeah, it's like the energy is so strong I can't stand on the ground. Like I'm in the air.
Oh, I see. Where is this energy coming from? Where does it originate?
It's a special energetic place, special energetic field to quite a bit what Stonehenge would be on Earth, something similar.
Okay. And so let's take a look. What is the purpose of this strong energy? Why is it there?
It starts to like whirl, almost like a little hurricane, but it's gentle. It's like a whirlpool of energy, almost, or like a hurricane of energy, but
Okay.
it's a bit more gentle. It's just going around. The energy is just going around and starts to build. So this energy is spinning me around with it.
What is this energy supposed to be used for?
I'm supposed to do something here to absorb the energy.
And when you absorb that energy, what does that do for you? When you're ready, tell me what's happening.
I'm absorbing the energy of this hurricane.
Okay.
I
As
have
you're
to absorb it all. It's
oh,
it's like a parallel to what happened um, a while ago when I absorbed my energy back into the human body. I'm doing
mhm.
the same here,
Okay.
so
All right.
I guess it's my own energy, but it's on a different level. So it's like a parallel, but on a higher level.
So, what does this energy do for you as Levi? What's the
I have
purpose of your absorbing this energy?
it's to bring that energy from the higher dimension to into my physical body. So it's gonna shift when I come back from there. I will bring that energy into the physical body.
And once that energy is in the physical body, what is the purpose for that energy in the body? What is
It's for my work. I can use it to create grids or I can work on the grids on Earth.
oh, grids, okay. So how is it that you're able to take this energy and fix the Earth's grid? How is that done?
I can tap into the grids and um, change them, almost like reprogramming them. I've been I've been already doing it, but from mostly from a higher place.
Okay.
But I will be able to do it from the physical body as well. And as we integrate these higher energies into the grid, that will it's like it's starting to lift the earth, So that higher energies will start to circulate, almost like these grids are the vascular system of Gaia. The blood
Mhm.
is flowing, then the energy is the blood. And when it's almost like a transfusion, so you put in this higher dimensional blood into the, the
Okay.
system, and it starts to circulate, and it's just integrates into everything, starts to reprogram. Everything is made of codes here, so it will reprogram it to higher. In a sense, it's like downloading a new operating system, so it will download first and then it will run, and eventually you have a new system built up.
Very good. So when ultimately you are able to reprogram this grid and therefore raising the energy and integrating higher energy, how does that make we as humans on this earth behave? How does that affect who we are on this earth?
It's a little bit like this field of wheat, this freedom and connection to your own energy,
Mhm.
and connected to being connected to nature around you, and everything will feel like it's filled with, like everything is filled with light, or that fine energy that you've been missing.
So it increases the collective consciousness among us.
I would put it this way, it will bring you back to your true nature.
Okay. Go ahead and expand on that. What bringing us back to our true nature? What is our true nature?
Mm, to be lighter and freer and filled with light and connected to everything all around you on a deep, much deeper level. Now you're separated and you're just got used to being separated, but deep down in your heart, it doesn't feel right, and you've been longing for that connection that is just natural, but it seemed like it was wiped out on Earth,
Okay.
but it was just an illusion.
So it was there all the time. It just wasn't activated. Were we blocking it?
It was an orchestration of a lot of different things to to be able to do that, to keep you in low frequency, and to keep you in this illusion.
Okay. Very good. So many have talked about the shift on this earth or the earth shift that is taking place. And some people refer to that as the change from 3D to 5D. Is that what you are explaining is happening right now with this energy and the effect it's having on the grid?
Basically, yes.
Okay, very good.
It feels like the energy is flowing into my physical body from that place above.
Are you directing the energy that has overflowed, or all of the energy that's in your body as well towards the center of the earth?
It's a bit more like I'm a channel, I'm a gateway, and it's
Okay,
flowing through me,
okay.
and it needs to go to the center of Earth. It's turning light blue in the center of Earth, inside of the Earth. I just know it's a good sign. It's a really, really good sign. It's like Gaia. Gaia is drinking up the energy, like she was thirsty and she's drinking water.
The question I had for you that I asked earlier is, once this energy is assimilated within the center of the earth and expands as a result, once this is complete, what will our earth look like? What will human beings on our earth? How will they behave? How will we act once this energy has been assimilated throughout Gaia?
I see shackles, like people are in shackles now,
Okay.
and it will break the shackles.
Okay.
Almost like there's a dark overlay, but you're just so used to it you can't see it anymore.
Does this dark overlay consist of fear?
Fear is a big part of it for sure. It's quite amazing that these dark technologies are so advanced,
So
so
the,
sophisticated.
where are these dark energies coming from?
There are several dark players, dark energies here,
Are some
and
of are some of them reptilian?
yes,
Okay. What are some of the other dark energies? Do they have
mm,
names?
they are saying just focus on the light.
Okay.
You get fascinated by the darkness, but you just get caught up in
Okay.
that um, quicksand,
Very good.
so you can just let go the dark and just know that they are source and they are you, they are part of you, they are they are your teachers. They help you to ascend, to go beyond yourself as you know yourself. But it's kind of a paradox because you become that yourself, that self who you already are. It's like you came into this game to forget who you are, and now you're starting to remember. And just like I'm reintegrating my higher energies, everybody will start to reintegrate their higher aspects.
It seems that this remembering around our earth now is progressing almost exponentially. Is that true?
Yes, 1111 was a big shockwave of activations. So now it's like a chain reaction, and the boundaries are broken through. So it's like what I'm doing now is downloading the higher into the lower. So these portals like me are opening now and activating and channeling, downloading just like I am.
Okay.
And they work together as one coordinated team.
Okay. So this is all in the purpose of allowing not only Gaia, but allowing us as human beings to ascend to a higher existence.
Yes, of course, yes.
Okay. Are there any other bits of information or explanations that you have for Levi or for me at this time?
It's a little bit like filling the aura of Earth with light.
Filling the aura of Earth with light?
Yes,
Very good.
I have to connect to the aura or to do some repairs.
All right.
It's flowing out to the other planets around Earth as well, so they will also ascend and activate. So I think it's quite possible that they will be filled with light. I mean, filled with life
Mm,
when the shift occurs.
mm.
The life will restart.
Are these the planets that are around us in our solar system?
This shift will reach this whole dimension, the whole.
So it's so the energy is actually traveling not only in this dimension, but it's traveling through to other dimensions.
No, for the moment it's just
Okay.
this dimension, but
So I didn't hear what you said. Is this affecting our planets within our solar system here or others?
the cars it will affect all the planets on this
Okay.
density.
Okay.
Basically, it will affect all levels of creation. So not just this dimension, but it will have a ripple effect on literally everything,
Mm-hmm.
since everything is just one thing. So
Mm-hmm. So can we expect more and more shock waves happening since that seems to open portals?
yes, I think it's going to escalate from now. Things will move quicker, but it's really up to you what timeline you're on. So
Mm-hmm.
there's no fixed thing.
So for those of us on Earth that wish to assist in the expansion and the progression of this Earth and of ourselves, How can we better be a part of this ascension? What is it that we as humans can do?
Just be yourself, be your authentic self.
Okay. It seems
Your
it seems that many humans on this earth are not sure how to know themselves. How does one go about understanding and recognizing their authenticity?
it's very difficult because you're conditioned to play roles and you're so used to playing the roles that you to some extent believe you are the role. So it's a little bit difficult for you to let go of the roles
Mm.
because you identify with it and you're afraid of death. So it triggers your ego. It's like part of you is dying, but that part of you is not a part of you. It was just a role, like you play in theater, and that character dies on stage. And you just go out the building after the show and you're completely fine in yourself. But as you mentioned, people forgot they are the actors, they think they are the character in the play, but it's the magic of this show, and you came to experience this magic, to forget, so that you can find a way to remember and get out of that building.
Right. Thank you.
I know it's not really helping. I mean, it's not really.
It is helping. The information that you're channeling is very helpful. My only question is still for those of us who are beginning the remembering and are working and therefore able to somewhat move the ego aside and no longer be afraid of death, because that is happening within many of us on this earth today. How can we better fine tune our authenticity so that we can help to elevate the energy? Is that done through prayer? Is it done through meditation?
Imagine you go to a field of wheat on earth where nobody can see you, and you just start to run around that field and you just extend your arms and feel the wheat under your arms. You're just running around and screaming and laughing, and nobody's there to judge you, and the nature is laughing with you. Nature is so happy that you are free, and you raise one another's vibration with the plant, because you are creating this beautiful energy field. And you're taking your energy back just like I did in that field. It's just a symbol, so you can create situations where you can be free. Maybe you play in the water, in the sea, you play with little kids, you're just playing with them and doing silly voices and silly faces, and it helps you to get back to your authentic self so you can find situations or you can create situations where you can do these silly things and you're not judged, and you can experience how it feels like when you were a kid and you were doing all these things so naturally, and you had an infinite number of ideas how to play, and you felt free. It's just getting back to that
Very good. So
child.
it sounds like what you are talking about is that it is our responsibility to find joy. And through that joy, we are able to find our authentic selves. And that in itself raises our vibration.
I just need a few moments to
Of course.
integrate. I'm there just realigning my chakras.
Very good.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Sorry, what was your question?
I think you sort of answered it. So it seems to me that part of your message indicates that it is through joy that we can find our self-authenticity.
How do you think? How do you think you can find it?
As you said, finding things in your lifetime that make you happy, that bring you the joy, as if you were a little child, playing with children, playing with pets or animals, going out and connecting with nature, reading a good book, looking at art that speaks to you, listening to music that affects you. All of these things seemingly can help to raise our vibration. Is that true?
Yes, I think you have the answers. Everybody has the answers for themselves. So you don't need anyone to tell you because you already know. You're just somehow doubting. You were conditioned to doubt yourself so that they could disconnect you from your inner guidance, but it's just coming back by itself. So just trust your inner guidance. And just know that you know, and it is enough, because these messages, and they are just translations of frequencies, and they can sound different in different translations, so you might get confused which information is right, but you have your own information, so just trust that.
Okay. Very good.
Okay.
Okay. Is there any other information that you have that you might be able to express that we might need to know at this time?
I'm just seeing the grids. The grids are being filled with light.
Okay.
I think they are showing this as a symbol of hope and just for you to, I mean, for the beings here to hang in there. Everything is on track and unfolding as it was always planned. So just hang in there and trust and know that you are loved and know that you are light and know that you are eternal, eternal being, just having an adventure. And it's already all done. It's already all here. It's just a matter of opening your eyes. It's already here. You just like to play this game, to have your eyes closed like a little kid. And it's fun. And we have an eternity to play. So whatever you do, you can't really go wrong. There's nothing to really wait for. You're waiting for this big thing to happen, but it's already all here. The waiting is just 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 a way mm, to have fun, but you're too serious about this waiting. But it's okay. It's okay. It's all good.
Okay. Very good. Thank you for that information. Hi there. How are you feeling?
And you?
Wow, I feel great because I got to go on that journey with you.
Beautiful.
So I thank you for that. So, have you had experiences similar to this?
Yes, yes. I think my last session was like the last few sessions were similar, but now the energy that they were sending through was much more intense. Like the amount of energy was incredible, like so massive. It was insane.
That's great. So it's almost as if they had to do it in increments, with each session that you had. Maybe it was too much energy all at once. What do you think?
Yes, it's also about me. So my system could not handle more before.
Right,
So
right. That's what I was saying. Yeah,
it's waiting every time. And
yeah.
at the same time, also Earth couldn't have handled it. So everything is in sync. Earth is able to receive it. And I think they are doing it in different points of the Earth, the same. So it's like coming in from different directions in waves.
Well, it's lovely that you are here to help that happen as a catalyst because our Earth is changing. And one of the reasons it's changing is because of people like yourself and energies like yourself who are receiving and channeling this energy to help Gaia heal and to help us remember. That was very clear to me that that was part of your purpose. So, I mean, great messages, wonderful messages for all of us. And I thank you for that. So how do you feel? How do you feel about how the session went?
I think what's interesting is that past life with that
Oh,
trauma, it's
the
hard.
accident, the
Yeah,
accident.
it was actually set up to help me in this life to do this whole thing. So it was in a way orchestrated to for a good reason, for a beneficial reason. But in that moment when you live it from a human perspective, it's horrifying, of course. But it's just to show how all the things we live through and we think it's horrible and and so dark that we can't imagine how could it be good. And this is a perspective like it helped me in this life, and it was all part of a plan, and it all came together and worked out. So
And the other thing that was interesting about that is it took your spirit quite a while to decide if it was going to go back into that body or not. Have you visited that lifetime before, or is today the first time?
no, I think it was the first time,
Okay.
but yeah, you look very different now.
Pardon me?
You look
What?
very different. You look different.
Yeah, you look completely different to me now than you did when I first saw you. You almost look like a different person to me.
You too, actually.
Yeah, isn't that something?